All right, guys, I have come up with a different solution for this pipe. I'm gonna braise it. So I tried to do it with just my little torch, my little map gas torch, but it works, as you can see, but it's not the best. So what I did is I ground this down, and then I took my die grinder and I got in the little grooves, and instead of making the holes bigger with my welder, I thought I'm gonna try something I've never done before. All I need to do is get these couple holes filled, and that's all I care about. This thing doesn't hold pressure or nothing. I got it real hot to get rid of any liquids. I sprayed it with carbon choke cleaner, used some acetone, cleaned it up. But now I got my torch hooked up, and what I want to do is just braise the crap out of this, grind it down, and that will suffice. I want you guys, if there's any pros out there, I know there's a best way and a better way and all this other stuff, but this is going to work for me. It's going to cost me $0 besides my time and effort, but I'm going to go ahead and video this whole thing, and hopefully you can see, you'll be able to see this part where I get it in there real well, but maybe I'll turn it a little bit more, and I'm going to clean this up too. So there we go. Maybe. Oh, it's been a while. My flux is really old. All my stuff is old, so seems like it's working pretty good though. You don't want to get it too hot. My torch is going a little hotter than I need it. Bring that down just a little bit. More control when you don't have a flame blowing it everywhere. Spread it around a little bit here. It's only going to adhere to the metal that's piping hot, you know, that's flame red hot. I mean, it will adhere to the other metal, but it's best to just watch your uniform puddle and make sure you're not getting it too hot. You don't want to have it not hot enough either. Don't scare yourself either. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of extra on here because I'm just gonna shave it off afterwards. Oh, that wasn't good. Well, sometimes you can light it back off the... Oh, there we go. That's better. I haven't done this in quite some time, so... And like I said, I never went to school for anything. Everything I do in this shop has been self-learned, trial and error, and that costs you a lot more money to do it that way, let me tell you. But in the long run, I think I've done pretty well. For 4 or 5 years it ran with just a fern coat over it. So, I mean, there's lots of different ways to do things. It's just what are you going to be happy with, you know? Because nobody else's opinion matters. What are you going to be happy with? That's the question. See how it's puddling down there now? I don't want that puddle there. So what I'm going to do really quick is just turn this a little without burning the shit out of my hands. And actually, if I want to turn it the other way, I could have that puddle slide back, but I'm not going to worry about that. Just grind it up. Pretty happy with this. You know, I'm not creating big holes where with the welder. And again, it's not costing me nothing except for, you know, some gas and some time. And every time I do something like this, I learn a little bit more. I get a little bit better too. So now I'm heating up the bottom to kind of bleed that stuff into there before I heat up the bubble and bring it down. I'm heating up just below it. That way it bleeds down into where I want it instead of just going past it. And I'm going to add some more down here. Doing the same thing it did on that side. It's kind of just flowing where I don't want it. Okay. Somebody tell me what that pop is. Is that just getting too hot? It must be. Or like rust. I cleaned it up really well, but well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it and slide that puddle back down. That way it's not as hard to grind it all off later. This is where the problem area was, so I'm just putting a little extra there. Turn this a little bit so you can see me feather it in. You shouldn't put your pipe between your legs like that either. I'm going to heat up around this so it'll meld in where I want it to go. And work that puddle. You can tell it wasn't adhering because it was too cold where it dripped. This is just my perception. You know, like I said, I'm not a professional at this, but I've been known to make it work, so. All right. I like it. I think it's going to work out perfect. Thanks. Again, subscribe. I'll show all kinds of stuff that I can do, and hopefully you can use it and do it yourself.